Hey guys, it's Morgan coming back to you with another weekly Shlog. We are here at Highland Cycles in Montrose, Colorado. If you're new here, you just joined us because you watched a Baja video or a hard enduro video or a beta video or a 300XE video or one of the many other videos we did. This is what we do once a week. We try to release these things on Monday afternoons, and it is just a week in the life of a motorcycle shop in Western Colorado. We work on everything from, obviously, Husqvarnas. We've got KTMs, Betas, Yamahas, Suzukis, Hondas, a little bit of everything. We got Angry Zach over there throwing things all over the ground. Landers up front, telling people to suck it. It's a great way. It's a great place to be. So yeah, if that sounds like fun, stick with us. Here we go. All right, guys. So first on the lift is this Husqvarna FE350S with clearly not many miles on it. Look at this thing. It is dumb clean. And it runs. It starts and runs. Let's see. I think it did. Wow. Trust me. There it goes. But when you twist the throttle, it does that. So I believe it is a fuel delivery issue. I already took the airbox cover off and sprayed brake clean in it as I revved it, and it revved. So I'm really hoping that the pump is okay. We have got ourselves a fuel filter kit from KTM slash Husqvarna slash, you know what I mean, an Austrian fuel filter kit to install. So that's what we're going to do here. But real quick, guys, cannot forget to thank the biggest sponsor of the channel, which is Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Huge, massive thank you to those guys. If you want to help us out and help them out and help yourselves out, use the link in the description to buy stuff. We get a little bit of a cut. You save money, free shipping, all the good stuff that Rocky Mountain does. Also, if you want to get a hold of me personally and ask me questions about whatever, ask me to help you diagnose your bike, use the link in the description for knowitalls.com/p/Highland Cycles. Anyway, you can schedule a time face-to-face. We can get online on the computer. I'll be here at the shop or wherever, and I can hopefully help you. We can talk about stuff. So anyway, let's get that tank off and the pump out and replace the filter. All right, we got the tank off, got the pump out. Sorry I didn't show you that, but I think I've shown it before on a separate video. Also pretty simple. You just unbolt the stuff from that side, unbolt these things and slide it out. It comes right out, no problem. And as expected, the fuel filter is all black and stuff. So that's a good sign. That usually means that is what is clogged up. Hopefully this pump is still in good enough shape. The problem is these pumps are not very strong. So if they are working too hard against a clogged filter for too long, it wears the pump out. But I think we're going to be good. So let's grab the new filter. All right, here's the new filter. The KTM has switched to these black filters now. It's kind of interesting because now you can't see if it's no good. But it is a new company. It's a Bitron, I don't know. It's made in Italy now instead of Turkey, which is kind of interesting. I think a lot of people complained about this Turkish filter. I don't know why, because I don't know that Turkey is known for producing bad things. Actually, the pipe that I like so much is a Turkish pipe. The Moto's pipe is Turkish, so I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, guys, arrow pointing that way, so we're going to make sure we get the arrow pointing the same way on this. And to ensure that, pull that out, I'm just going to install this so I can't mess that up. Actually, new stepless clamp before I put that on there and can't get it apart. There we go. And when I blow through it, you gotta blow pretty freaking hard. So that makes me think that is no good. Other stepless clamp. A black cat? Well, that's a promising.
But it's got long hair.
Well, that's fun. All right, reinstalled.
He's tiny.
That is not something I would have ever expected to see if I were... I know, it's a big goat. All right, guys, got the tank back on. Everything hooked up. Starts good. Let it warm up here a bit. It is, by the way, the next morning. That's why I'm not... It hasn't run yet today, so we'll let it warm up a little bit and see how it takes throttle. You know, fingers crossed. Not good. All right. It tried to, and now it doesn't. So I have a feeling the pump is no good, which is a bummer, but also not a huge surprise considering how long it sat and how clogged up that filter was. So yeah. All right. Next thing I'm gonna do real quick, I want to check is make sure the pressure regulator is working, because I've actually seen these where you if you look in the tank, you guys see bubbles coming out, like it's blowing air past things, and the pressure regulator is not working. So let's take a look at that real fast. All right, guys. Last thing I'm gonna check is battery voltage. Make sure it's not dropping crazy when you rev it, because these things run off the battery. They don't run on the stator. The stator just charges the battery. So they run off the battery. Make sure that thing's not dropping. So we get a meter, put it to volts DC. Look up our leads. Show you here. I'm gonna set you guys down so I can hold it and rev it. So I'm gonna take just to cover all bases, take the tank off, pull the spark plug, take a look at that, make sure it's not fouled or something. And it's like, you know, when it gets a little too much gas on it, it's trying to die that way. I seriously doubt it. It's usually not the case with these things. But just to make sure. Plug looks fine, as expected. I might throw another one in it just to see. You know what, while we're at it, and I'm in here, I'm gonna take the injector out and make sure that's super clean too. So it's interesting, guys, there's only one injector. I thought these things had two injectors, maybe the XCs and the SXs. maybe the newer ones, but there is only one on this, which is fine. It shouldn't matter. But looks like maybe some kind of gunk on it. It's impossible for me to show you guys what I'm seeing with my camera setup, but it may not be that clean. So let's do a little thing. What we need to do is open this up, and I might need to go get a 9-volt battery. Because what you want to do is get a 9-volt battery and you hook these two pins that are in there together on the 9-volt, and you can blow right through it. And I wish you guys could see there's like an interesting little thing here. I think it might be, yep, that's gunk. Huh. All right, well, if that's there, then that means definitely could be something in the little holes. Other thing, I'm gonna pull this filter out, make sure that's all clean. You don't have any 9-volt batteries, do you, Zach?
What was that?
You have any 9-volt batteries?
Yeah.
What? Got the jumper wires here. They're impossibly tangled. And we're gonna just hook there. I'm gonna put it up here in the vise so it doesn't tip over and short. Probably I'm gonna get a towel and put it on this tray so it doesn't short. There we go. Control. All right, so I'm hearing it click. There we go. Let's see if we can spray through it. It's coming through. Take some compressed air and blow through it backwards. All right, now make sure you can hear it click off. There we go. All right, so that's all good. I'm gonna go reinstall this thing, put the tank back on, see if it changes anything. All right, guys, it didn't help. No dice. So, looks like a fuel pump. It is. Everything else checks out. It's just running out of gas. Like it builds pressure for a second, and then as soon as you, you wick it, it goes okay for a second. Then you get off and then back on. Runs out of fuel. So, there we go. We'll be ordering a fuel pump on the next job. All right, guys, next on the lift is a 2023 350 RR Beta. Not starting, fuel pump not activating, has 3 hours on the bike. So this is a brand new motorcycle. And yeah, I feel bad for the dude. It just doesn't work. Let's see. Nothing. So I hear a click underneath there. Yeah, something's clicking underneath there. But definitely fuel pump not running or something like that. So what we're gonna do to quick check that is I'm gonna pop the air filter, airbox cover off, and spray some brake clean in there and see if it fires up like that. If it does, then I know for a fact it's a fuel delivery thing, and then we'll chase down what's going on with this fuel pump. Now, let's spray some brake clean directly in there. There we go. All right. So it didn't light up, but there wasn't that much brake clean in there. Okay, now let's figure out what's going on. Fuses right here. Let's see. So I got some fuses right here. I'm gonna pop these suckers off. Every time. And take a look at these. Man, that'd be awesome if it's a fuse. Of course, we got to figure out why it popped, but let's take a look. Guys, the way check a fuse with the meters, just put it on continuity, and we're just going to touch both sides of the fuse, make sure it beeps. Yep. All right, fuses are good. I'm hopeful. I don't know how hopeful because it looks like it should be making the connection, but right here, if you look in there, you can see it's not all the way pushed in. So let's do that real fast. Definitely felt it. Ah, come on. I was really hoping. Yeah, I don't like that connection. Let's. All right, guys. I think I figured something out. I think that's the fuel level gauge because there is actually the connection to the tank. So, I'm trying not to take the tank off because I want to be able to test it and see if we can make it run. But so got that unplugged. Let's get a couple probes and we'll see if we get 12 volts to that. All right, so got some test probes in here. We're gonna hook these up. Turn this to volts DC. When we hit the button, we should get 12. So, all right, guys, we got the tank off. We're over here on the bench and got our battery. And just hanging it off the edge because it's a real pain in the butt to get this thing. Yeah, it's just the way the pins are. It's anyway. I can't flip the tank over because of obvious reasons. Fuel going everywhere. So let's see if we can. Oh, it's nice though. The pump has a little positive and negative on the plastic piece. Fuel pump dead. Brand new bike. That sucks. All right, well, I guess we're gonna got ourselves a bit of a situation here because it's a brand new bike. Beta, I know, is gonna want to cover it, like Beta, the manufacturer, and there's no Beta dealer near here that's worth a damn because the guys in Junction are worthless. So that's why he brought it to me. We're gonna have to figure this thing out. So I might actually send a message to the folks at Beta and let them know what we got going on. Stay tuned, guys. We'll update you on this whole thing as we go. All right, guys. Next on the lift is this carburetor from that old 300 EXC that is up on the lift, back on the lift now. That we need the float ball gasket for, and I decided to go ahead and just get a whole kit from All Balls. Honestly, the All Balls carb kits I've had good luck with. I think I've mentioned this before. There are lots of things I don't love from All Balls, but their carb kits are actually pretty darn good. So since we have the kit, we are going to go ahead and just replace all the parts. All right, we got carburetor back on and ready to go. Well, not quite. I gotta get the boot on. This is always a battle, but I don't have time because actually we got our first know-it-all session online here. Our buddy Clint has scheduled 10 minutes here in the next, starts in 9 minutes. So I'm gonna put you guys down, talk to Clint. Again, if you guys want to schedule a time, look at the link in the description. It's knowitalls.com/p/Highland Cycles, I think is what it is. It's in the description. You guys can schedule time. I've got usually about an hour scheduled every day that we're here. And then I have time on Mondays also. So anyway, if you go to our page, you'll see our availability. So I'm going to talk to Clint, and then we'll get back to this 300 EXC. All right, guys, that KTM ran great. It's pretty simple cleaning the carb. There's Colt right there. Next job on the lift is a set of suspension on a YZ250X 2023. We're valving it. We're going to make it super, super sexy for Mr. Clay Fuchs. And now I got to talk to Colt because he ruined his motorcycle messing with it. He ruined it messing with it.
Brain issues.
He fiddled with things he should not have fiddled with. So I got to help him out, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. I don't know what's going on over there. We have the fuel pump situation back. We got a fuel pump here quickly. And we are going to be using an all balls easy fuel pump module. It's nice because they come with the whole thing. I'll open that up here in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and remove this one. 4 bolts there, 2 bolts here. Pop that sucker out. We're going to drop a new one in. And guys, I'm really excited. I got a new tool. It's a Milwaukee ratchet, cordless ratchet. Mainly because I saw Zach had these, and I resisted for a long time because I thought that's ridiculous. But man, there's something satisfying about doing that. Feels good. All right, guys, check it out. New fuel pump, whole assembly with pressure regulator, filter, everything. Actually, a very nice setup. And it comes with all the O-rings and a new little inline filter. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing ready. Get some safety wire. Relatively easy to maneuver.
Oh, man.
For it to all go right. There we go. Did it again? Dang it. Wrap that through there. Now. And you gotta make sure you're feeding it this way. You can't just pull on it because it won't line up. Twist and push. And I can't show you guys this because it doesn't matter. Your struggle will be different than mine. But I believe in you being able to do it.
I first read that, I just saw oil out.
Well, I think they're...
It's just leaking oil out.
I think... Alright, reinstall the tank. We'll see if we got her fixed. Alright, guys, so... I got... Hold on, let's back over here. There's 2 Huskies up here. I didn't show you everything, so I put the tank back on, fired it up. It ran better. It wasn't right. It wouldn't take full throttle. It was a nightmare going through things. I checked everything like 1,000 different times, different stuff. Brand new pump, brand new everything. I cleaned the injector, all that stuff. I adjusted the TPS, and I'm actually going to do a video on that. It's kind of an old school way of adjusting TPSs, which is weird to say because it's fuel injected and it's not that old school, but at least not on dirt bikes. I got it running pretty darn good, but it just still wouldn't go wide open. So I did some looking into things on the internet, and I called my buddy Mike from Takomoto, and talked to him, and he's like, well, is the injector good? I'm like, it's clean, it's all that stuff. He's like, sometimes the flow rate's not good enough for wide open throttle. I'm like, yeah, but he's like, dude, I know it doesn't make sense, but he's like, send it to me and we can check it. They have a way to like hook everything up to a pump and check flow rate. And so I was going to do that next week, send it to him. And I am actually still going to do it, and he's going to probably repair it. But fortunately, I had this bike here, and it wasn't leaving today. So I pulled the injector off of it because it runs perfectly. And I put it on this bike, and bang, it ran great. Now that honestly is probably the third injector that I've actually had go bad. I've usually been able to clean them. I've been able to take care of them that way and never had a problem. And have not had too many problems. I think I've replaced 3 of them now total. So this one is not replaced yet. I had to order one. It's not here. We'll be here next week. We'll get this thing done. But guys, when you're working on these things, don't rule out the injector. I know it doesn't seem like probably it would be all that common. But yeah, this thing sat with old gas in it. It ruined the filter, the pump, and the injector. Because I checked the pump again. I was like, man, I hope I didn't replace a pump I didn't need to. So I checked his old one, and the pressure was low. So yeah, new pump, everything it needed. New injectors coming. We're going to be ready to rock and roll. Super happy about that. That was, yeah, one of those things. So anyway, thank you to the FX350 for the donor injector to check that out. That helped a lot. And guys, that is the end of the week. End of the Shlog. We have tons of work left, so make sure you subscribe, guys. We're going to be doing tons and tons of work on lots of things. We've got an XR650L over there. We got a YZ250. Oh, we got this Beta 200 that's got clutch problems, so that's going to be interesting. I'll be doing that one next week for sure because he's got to go racing. And then we're going to get the fuel pump for that Beta 350. That's on the way. Beta USA kicked down for that. Thank you, Beta USA. They're sending me that with no charge. He's going to have to pay my labor. They're not going to pay me labor, but they're sending us a thing. So that's awesome that they trust us to take care of that. Yeah, anyway, lots going on. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us. If this is your first time through a weekly Shlog, hit the freaking subscribe button, guys. It's free. It helps us out. It will help continue, or it will help us to continue to put out good content. If you learn something or if you get value from this content, let me know in the comments below. If you really, really want to help us out, you can join the channel as a channel member, and you get to see videos early. We're doing a members only ride this October. It's going to be a lot of fun out here in Montrose area. We're going to do lots of cool stuff for members. I really appreciate you guys. And then if you just like to shop online at Rocky Mountain ATV MC, use the link below. It helps us a ton, and I really appreciate it. That's enough commercials, guys. I love you. I hope you get out and spread the gospel of 2 wheels, and I desperately hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on, but way more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes!